So yeah, I've had a few questions of people asking me to do a gear list video. And so I know everybody's got their own unique style, their own type of gear that they want to bring with. So I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in here and show you a little bit the gear I bring, and I'll have a complete list, in the video that you can pause the video and look at if you want, and then I'll show you how I pack things away as well, and how I load my canoe up, and how I organize things there and whatnot. So first things I divide on my list. I divide it up into 5 different categories: clothes, cooking, miscellaneous. I can't even remember what the other ones were. I had them all memorized. There was ditty bag. So, fishing gear. So I divided up into 5 different categories: cooking, clothes, my ditty bag, fishing gear, and then miscellaneous is for everything else. And I'll list these all separately, in the video, so you can look at those and see exactly what types of items I'm bringing along. So I won't go through each item here and now, but this is my ditty bag. This is for all kinds of small personal things, that people need to bring, of course, and then fishing gear. Some people fish. A lot of people don't fish on their Boundary Waters trips. My fishing gear is just the basic stuff. I'm not really going to go through any of that here, but I do keep my fishing gear handy. So I usually keep it. This is my camera bag. The fishing gear usually goes on the top, and this is like freely accessible for me. I got my map in my map case right here, so I'm always looking at my map there. And then this is my camera gear in here, and I want that accessible as well, but I won't go over any of that now, since most people aren't bringing all kinds of camera gear with them. But yeah, I have my tripod. I keep my reading glasses here, my sunglasses here, water bottle goes in right there. And then you can put I put my lunch in here, bug spray, bug net, suntan, sunscreen, and whatnot. Stuff that I just want easily accessible while I'm on the trip. Everything else that I don't need readily accessible gets packed away in the Duluth pack here, or the canoe pack. And that usually doesn't get opened again until I reach the campsite. So I kind of wanted to show you how I pack that up here. But what I like to do is I have a dry bag for things that cannot get wet. I like to put in the dry bag. So first, my sleeping bag goes in first. And then my clothes bag goes in second. And again, I'll have a complete list on the clothes that I bring in the video. And then I have my solar panel for recharging all my batteries for my camera gear. I throw that in there too. My sleeping pad, that goes in next. And then I see what else. Well, the ditty bag. Put the ditty bag in there as well. I do bring my phone with, which is being used right now to film this, so I can't show you, but I usually put that in there as well. And I think that's it. Yeah, and then I close that up tight. Just like so. And these are the only things I really need to keep dry no matter what. So then I put that in there. And then this is part of my stove setup. Here's my little bug stove, which you've seen in the videos. Here it's all packed away in this little case. That goes right there in this pan. So I put the pan in at the bottom. And then on my bear barrel, which I put a lot of my cooking gear in here as well, you know, anything that'll fit, you know, the lid, the pot scrubber, pot cleaner, pot holder, all that kind of stuff. And that goes on in next. And then I still just bring a Crazy Creek. I know a lot of people don't use these anymore, but this comes in great for, also works as a kneeling pad. I also put it under my tent for a little extra padding at night, and it also serves as a pad for the back of my my canoe pack here. So that's why I'll never give up on the Crazy Creek, because it just serves so many purposes, and that's what you want on these canoe trips, is you want things to have more than one purpose. So then the beauty of this, it fits in snug against the bear barrel, so that takes up hardly any space. Like that, and then my tent stakes, they kind of slip right in there. And then my pee bottle. I don't like to get out of my tent in the middle of the night, so I have a pee bottle. That goes in that little snuggie, and then this would be my supper. I make my suppers in the morning as well, my lunch and my supper, which you've seen me do in my videos. And then since I won't need that until I reach my campsite, I put that in next. And then my camp shoes, they go in next. They just kind of fit around the edges. And then my tarp kind of fits right in there. And then my tent goes on top of that. And then this all cinches up nice and tight. Like so. All right, and then of course I'm wearing my boots, my camera bag. This is how I load my canoe up then. I have my canoe all set up. I keep a spare paddle. That's tied into my canoe right there, so that always stays put. Life jacket, of course. Then my canoe rack that goes right behind the seat. And then the camera bag is just like this. My map, very accessible. Then my fishing pole, I have it tied in right here. And then my camp saw gets tied in right there. And then of course, this pack just gets thrown in right in the back, just like that. And that's how I paddle around. And of course, when I hit the portage trail, then everything's all organized. I just take my pack out first, my life jacket and my paddle. I put my portage rack on. And I grab this could be a day pack, you know, your own personal day pack. For me, it just happens to be the camera bag. I put that on. And then I usually haul this across the portage first. Boom, boom, boom. Get to the end of the portage, then I just set everything right back into place. It's really an efficient way to do things. And then I make 2 trips. I'll go back and get my pack, my life jacket, and my paddle. And then the canoe's already set up. I just set things in place and I'm on my way. Pretty simple. All right.